This is Calgary, a city in the province of Alberta, Canada. The city is located on the south of Alberta in a dynamic natural landscape. The city lies between an area of prairie on the east and the front ranges of the Canadian Rocky Mountains to the west. The city of Calgary has a population of more than 1 million residents, making it the largest city in Alberta. Over the past decades, Calgary developed like an urban sprawl, with many suburbs and long distances to travel from one point in the city to another. As a result of this urban sprawl, Calgary, like many North American cities, holds a great variety in spatial structures. At the core of the city of Calgary lies the Central Business District, or CBD. A characteristic of Calgary's spatial structure is the grid structure. The CBD is well known for its great skyline and is home to many Canadian corporate head offices and holds a high concentration of office jobs. Only 3% of Calgary's population actually lives in the city center. As a result of this, the city center becomes a bit of a ghost town in the evenings and in the weekends. Most people spend their free time at home or in the surrounding environment of Calgary. Our goal is to revitalize Calgary with extra attention to the Central Business District. We want to do this by improving the public space and overall quality of life of the city. To improve the spatial quality of the Central Business District, we want to combine several attractive areas in the city center. We start off with 8th Avenue, which currently is the most attractive place to be in the Central Business District. On 8th Avenue, there are shops, cafes, restaurants and several places to go out and have a good time. During the day, this is a car-free area where there is space to walk, cycle and relax. We want to extend this main street towards the core of the CBD, all the way up to 5th Street. We want to give this strip a little more of a European feel. We want to create an environment where people can enjoy their spare time and feel like they are part of a living city with its own identity. For an example of this European feel, we'll take a look at some European cities. Here we can see the European vibe of Amsterdam, the city of Cologne, Germany, and Barcelona, Spain. What you notice here is people just enjoying the city center. They are attracted to the center by culture, cafes, restaurants, markets, shops, squares and parks. Besides these facilities, there's also more space for pedestrians and cyclists, and the city seems less car-minded. Also, there's all kinds of street furniture and vegetation where people can relax, enjoy the city and come together. What we want to do with Calgary is take these facilities into 8th Avenue and create a place where people want to be. Our next step is to create a better connection between the core of the CBD and Prince's Island. The northern side of the CBD is a beautiful location where people can relax and enjoy a piece of nature inside the city. It's one of the CBD's strongest places when it comes to spatial quality. However, the island and the green areas around the River Elbow are not that well connected with the core of the CBD. That's what we want to change. We want to create a green corridor from the city center to the northern part of the CBD. This green corridor will be placed on and around 5th Street. While we want to give 5th Street a bit more of a green look, the main focus lies on the accessibility toward Prince's Island, going from the core of the CBD, especially for pedestrians and cyclists. This also creates better access to the CBD coming from the north by the Bow River pathway. Together with the changes made on 8th Avenue, this connection will connect the two most vital strips which can carry the city's spatial quality. It also creates space for some new placemaking at the CBD's core. This space can be used for a central park or as an expansion for the tone set on 8th Avenue. To make this L-shaped connection, there are some difficulties regarding the busy car traffic and overall grid structure. The excessive car usage is a real threat for the spatial quality and the quality of life in the city, which is why there needs to be a new form of traffic circulation. What we want to establish is to prevent car traffic going from the east to the west of the CBD and vice versa. We want to realize this by making it difficult for car traffic to make this movement. This is done by giving more priority to cyclists and pedestrians at the traffic lights on and along 5th Street. With these measures, we want to encourage car traffic to make a choice before they enter the CBD, to prevent unnecessary movements from east to west. We also want to create a specific lane for buses and taxis that allows them to easily go from east to west, since they are an important factor in the CBD's transport system. Because we don't want to make it entirely impossible to travel by car from east to west, there will be a specific road for car traffic, which can only be crossed by a wide bridge to prevent the green corridor from being interrupted. Besides these drastic changes, overall infrastructural changes have to be made to encourage the use of bicycles and traveling by foot alongside 5th Street. With these plans, there will be a solid base for upgrading the spatial quality of the CBD. Another important factor that needs to be changed is the amount of residents who actually live in the CBD. After all, it's the people who make the city, not the facilities or the infrastructure. That's why we want to attract a young group of people by creating residential areas around 8th Avenue and 5th Street. These solutions will bring life to the center of Calgary, where people like to relax, enjoy work, and love to live.